we're speaking specifically about the video blog style or news items, face-to-camera type of videos. When you go over to the camera and switch it on and turn on the lights, it's such an artificial situation, but you're pretty much just trying to make it look natural. So when you're in front of the camera, do you picture someone that you're speaking to? How do you make it seem natural and conversational?
Oh, that's a wonderful question that I love answering, and I have to give credit to one of my subscribers here. Unfortunately, I can't remember the name because it was one of my subscribers that told me this during my rapid video blogging launch, which is now over 2 years ago. And he gave the tip. Well, I already knew that it works wonders when you look into the camera lens and imagine that you're talking to your best friend. So that's what I was doing up until that point. And then this gentleman gave the extra tip of not just imagining your friend that you're talking to, but imagining someone that you're in love with and talking to that person through your camera lens. And that's slight, very subtle, but very significant change. When you speak like that, it softens up your face. There's some small changes in your body language that happens. For example, your pupils probably start diluting a bit. Maybe your face relaxes a little bit. Maybe your whole body relaxes a little bit more. There's some subtle things that happen, and people watching your videos can pick up on that. They can definitely pick up on that, and it's important for you to be in the right mindset also when you create your videos, because people do pick up on it. And I've had videos before where I was quite stressed and rushed, and I just want to pump the video out, and I'd get the comments in the videos going, Gideon, we didn't enjoy this video. It seemed rushed. You seemed stressed. You didn't make a connection with us. You lost me halfway through, blah, blah, blah. So it does make a difference. So I think that's a great tip. And the other one, to help you really make that connection with your viewer, there's a bunch of things, but these are just more practical things. So look into the lens and imagine you're talking to someone that you're in love with. And here comes the tricky bit that I don't see that many people do well. Sometimes you watch a video and you get the feeling that the person that you're watching is not quite there. They're not. Their eyes are looking at you, sort of, but it's almost like their eyes are like glazed over or something. Something missing.
Yeah,
they're talking,
absolutely.
And you just go, oh, they're not. They're looking at me, but they're not connecting with me.
Yeah.
Okay. And it's almost like they're not looking at you. They're looking at a picture inside of their own heads. That's the sort of the impression that I get. Now, I think the reason that happens is because of physics. There's a physical reason for it. And what happens quite often is when you're talking in front of the camera, because you're not looking at a person, you're not making a human connection with someone, it's very easy to focus your mind's eye on what's inside your head. It's almost like going into a dream state and focusing on what you want to talk about. You actually visualize pictures and words and things to talk about, and that becomes, there's a focus kind of inside your head.
Like a self-consciousness.
Exactly. It's and you almost forget that you're actually talking to real people. The camera, on the other side of the camera are really real people. And so a way to combat this is to actually make sure that when you're looking at the camera, that you're actually focusing on the lens, not even on the lens, where I don't even know all the technical terms, you'll probably know better, but where the shutter is. Is the shutter, Ryan? I think where the focal point of the camera is.
So basically, you're essentially talking about right into the middle of the lens, pretty much.
Yeah.
Yep.
You're looking right into it, and you focus your eyes in there, because that's equivalent to looking into someone else's eyes in the real world.
Actually, in a way, it's almost like you're focusing your eyes slightly beyond the glass of the lens. It's almost like right into the camera.
Yeah, you want to get there where I've seen some people call it the focal point of the camera on the inside.
Yes.
And that's where you want to be looking, because I'd imagine it would be equivalent to I'll probably have to do more research on this, but it'll be equivalent to, focusing on someone else's eyes or someone else's face.
This is really interesting.
Yeah, and I think, doing that, so if you follow those two things, speak as if you're speaking to someone that you're in love with. And secondly, make sure you focus not somewhere on the camera or in the front of the camera lens or even nowhere. Make sure you focus somewhere there on the focal point of the camera, which is normally, I think, even if it's not an exact science, but if you look there towards the shadow of the camera inside the lens, that seems to work really well.